What are those mistakes you need to avoid before closing on your new home? Stay tuned. Today I'm going to tell you the top 3 mistakes to avoid when you're closing on a home. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in for another week of the Klaus Corner. Today I want to talk to you about the 3 mistakes that you need to avoid when you're closing on a home. Okay, so these can be applied to buyers and sellers in different ways, but when you're closing on your home, there are 3 things that you really need to avoid. First and foremost, this is the most important thing, is do not become a victim of wire fraud. So wire fraud is really prevalent, especially in home sales. Hackers will get in, find your phone number, your email address. They will send emails that look like the title and escrow company. They'll text you and give you different wiring instructions. This is especially important for buyers because they're wiring in their down payment and closing costs right before closing. So be sure. In Washington, we have buyers call the title and escrow company before they hit send on the final wire to make sure that it's confirmed. If you don't feel comfortable wiring money, typically you can give a cashier's check for your down payment. So that's another really safe option. But do not become a victim of wire fraud. That's number 1. Number 2 is don't go out and open new lines of credit right before closing. So you might walk into the store, West Elm, Crate and Barrel, think that you need to furnish your new home that you just bought or buy furniture for your next home if you're selling, and they offer you a no interest line of credit for everything you're about to purchase in the store. Well, most lenders have unsolicited debt monitoring that they will see that you have opened a new line of credit. And if that line of credit puts your debt to income ratio over what you're able to afford with the new home or your next home, then you will no longer qualify for the purchase that you're making or the next purchase you're making in your next home if you're the seller. So do not open new lines of credit right before closing, or you may not be able to close on the transaction. Last but not least, number 3 is make sure that you bring your valid identification to closing. So when you sign your papers with escrow, you must have a valid identification. It seems super simple, but there are a lot of times that people have expired IDs or forget to bring them, but escrow has to match up your name on the contract with your valid driver's license, or other form of ID. So be sure that you have that there and that it's the correct identification and that it's still valid. So there you have it. Those are the 3 things. Don't become a victim of wire fraud. Don't open new lines of credit right before closing, and make sure to bring the proper identification to the closing table. If you have any other questions about mistakes to avoid in the transaction process or right before closing, don't hesitate. You can reach out to me. You can call, text, email, or DM me. We hope you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips and interesting facts like this, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.